What's going on YouTube? Mr. Knife Guy here, and today I am bringing you a really cool knife to check out. And I gotta say, this is maybe my favorite knife of all time. And I know knives are very subjective, they are not quite objective. There are some inherent objective traits that you want a knife to have, but subjectively, a knife is going to either be for you or it's not going to be for you. And let me tell you what this knife is for me. So first, before we jump into it, let me show you a little wrist check. We got the Sherpa Ops. And this is an awesome watch by Sherpa. They are making the Ultra Dive. And this is just a great watch. This is one of my favorite watches that there is. Super cool. So check out Sherpa watches. Diving into the blade, we got still the price tag on here. This is from McNees Knives, and let's see here. We got on this side. Here it is, 3.75 inch Dixon in bronze, atomic bronze with bronze atomic hardware. So this is the new bad boy on the block. The Dixon, and we see we got Big Dixon Energy, and let me tell you what, they are not lying. This knife is Big Dixon Energy. So here's the COA that you get with them. It is in CPM Magnacut. It has titanium scales and titanium hardware. So he is really, man, I gotta hand it to Jonathan. I personally reached out to Jonathan and told him how much I love this knife. Whoever assembled it, good job. So let's check it out. Let's see the Dixon. Ooh, that is just a big bad knife. So you got it in the bronze here, and man, the atomic bronze looks really good on this knife. But the thing that really sets this knife apart is the action, because that is one of the smoothest actions around. My goodness. Look at this. Wow. So, the last time I felt a knife as smooth as this one was when I had an XL Roosevelt. So, this is comparison, and I'm gonna just honestly say, I think this is better than an XL Roosevelt. This is the knife. It is so freaking smooth, man. Everything about it, this just guillotine action dropping shut. The detent is perfect. The weight of this blade and the detent and how well balanced everything is, I mean, that is just perfect. That is so perfect. There's a lot of I'm going to call it rotating mass when this blade comes out. This is a big blade. I'm not 100% sure on the specs. I don't have my calipers either, but I'm going to say it's around 150 thou, right? So 0.15. It's not quite 0.175. But yeah, and maybe it's different, but I'm just giving it on the old eyeball spectrometer there. So we got the McNees on the blade. We got the Magnacut with that USA symbol. And let me tell you how important that USA symbol is. Supporting American knife manufacturers. Whew, because this thing just comes flying out. And this blade is so freaking sharp. It's just ridiculous. The ergos on this, for me, are perfect. I love how this fits in the hand, man. I mean, this is just so nice in your hand. This is just right in there. Hot spots, maybe you might feel it right here. I mean, this isn't like complete fanboy out on McNees, even though it's hard not to. Because everything he makes is just so damn cool, and Jonathan is just so damn cool. So, gosh, I love it. For me, where my fingers are gonna go though, it's not. You know, if you had fatter fingers, you know, if you're above a ring size 11, you might be stuck on this ridge, and then that could create a little bit of a hot spot, you know, if you're really getting into it and slicing. But I think the Ergo is pretty perfect, you know. Really love how this thumb cutout is done, right? It's very symmetrical on both sides, so it looks great. And the functionality of it, it's so easy to get in there and just get this blade to release. And when it releases, man, it releases. I mean, this thing drops. And updated pocket clip on this guy. Check out what he's doing different on this pocket clip, right? We're all pretty used to seeing that same pocket clip that he's been using for a while on the Mac 2. It's a great pocket clip, right? I get a lot of inconsistency with my pocket clip. You know, one will be really stiff, one will be really loose, because they're bent different, right? They have a different style. So this pocket clip, it looks like it's machined, right? This is a machined pocket clip. You can see the machining marks on it. I didn't ask him if it was, but you know, maybe he's machining and bending. But man, this pocket clip is perfect, man. The profile is freaking great. Some people like that little loopy low profile pocket clip. So maybe we'll see those in the future. But man, the tension, the way it slips in and out of the pocket, the design, this low profile on it, the way it looks, right? We're recessed into a pocket clip hole now. I mean, he's really paying a lot of attention to detail. You know, the hardware looks great. The construction looks great. Form factor on this knife is a 10 out of 10, right? Functionality on this knife, 10 out of 10, right? So just, you know, and I say that as I botch my deployment. Hey, it's hard to be looking through a screen in flat 2D and manipulate a knife, all right? So you got to give me a little bit there, you know? You're like, where am I? This is just a great freaking knife. So I love what he did with it. Like I said, this is my new favorite knife. And I got 2 new knives this weekend. So this knife had to compete with a pretty bad ass blade as well, and I will be releasing that one later in another video. But he was stacked up against some serious heavy hitting competition in the American knife industry, and I gotta say, this is the best knife that I've handled. The size matters, right? Size matters, and man, does this knife just knock it out of the park. So just a really sick, look at that, 34 ounces of beefy pleasure. And you know, he ain't lying there. This is just, It took me a while to get one, so I've tried 2 drops unsuccessfully to get one, right? That's the downside of the American knife industry, right? We're doing small batches. Stuff is expensive. This is a $625 knife. So that's a lot of money for your consideration, right? Worth every penny. Just what went into this knife, what it is, how it works. Like I said, this isn't going to be for everyone. So there's going to be people who see this video and think I'm crazy. So, you know, and that's fine, because not everyone is going to like the same knife. But there's going to be people who agree heavily, and man, if you're one of those people, you got to check one of these out, because this is just a great knife. So that's about all I have for the McNees. My incoherent babbling is done when it comes to this model, but there you go, guys. The McNees Dixon, Big Dixon Energy, rad knife. Just rad, badass, incredible knife. Smooth as butter. I mean, just insane. It's like an XL Roosevelt but beefed up, right? Everything about it feels more chunky, you know, the way the lockup, the deployment, but that same smoothness as the XL Roosevelt. One thing I will give this one, this lock bar is really easy to push. You know, there's not too much resistance on it, which is really nice. I mean, and again, that goes into those cuts, you know, how he designed that, how they came up with this. Everything just works so good. And you kind of got this old school, you know, this look. Man, I'm a West Coast surfer, right? So that's how I am. And this knife kind of gives me those farm boy vibes, you know, those Mississippi vibes, maybe even, you know, like the Bayou vibes, you know. So it's a vibe all on its own, right? It's the Dixon, and the Dixon is a vibe. So thanks for checking it out, guys. Thanks for liking my video. Thanks for all the support, the subscriptions, and like always, guys, enjoy your knives.